Hi class, in this video I will start the month-end procedures. As you can see, I'm on the dashboard, so I'm logged into my account as a student, and when you click on the login to eSUA link, you're going to select the drop-down menu and you're going to select month-end procedures. So I'm going to click that, click proceed. Okay, and I've gotten the instructions, flowcharts, and reference tab clicked. Click on project instructions and this book will come up. Let me click to that page. Actually, I already have it opened. Yes, it is on page 12 of that book. And we're going to start the video by going over step 1. So these are month-end procedures. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 month-end procedures to complete for this activity. So starting with number 1, and number 1 will probably take you the longest. So in this video, I'll only go over number 1, and then in another video, I'll talk about the remaining steps. So for step 1, it says Jim Adams posts the column totals and individual transactions in other columns. He's talking about the journals here to the appropriate general ledger account and updates each general ledger account balance. He places a posting reference check mark under each column total in the journals and by each of the individual transactions in the other columns to show that the numbers have been posted. So I've got this highlighted, and what I've done, I'm going to minimize this now, and I'm going to go into Blackboard. What I've done, if you click on eSUA Resources in Blackboard, I've created a folder labeled, let's see, go into eSUA Instructor Videos. I have labeled a folder called Month-End Procedures. If you click on that, there is a document called Month-End Notes. So I'm going to click on that, and this is one of the pages in the instructions. It's a notes page. I've just made some notes for you. It's easier, you can print this out and have this by you when you're doing step 1, because you're going to end up, copying the numbers and then posting to the general ledger. So that way you don't have to keep going from screen to screen. So just print this out or have this on your desktop as you're doing it. That way these are the numbers that need to be posted. So let me show you the sales journal. Okay, so I'm going to go back in the eSUA and I'm going to click on journals. So what step 1 is wanting, again, you're posting all of the totals from all of these journals to the ledger. So starting with the sales journal, you're posting these numbers down here. Okay, the 53,344, the 4,450, 53,344, and the 4,550. These are the totals that you're posting. Except for this total, there's only one. Let's see. No, there's not any other columns in the sales journal. But these are the totals that you're posting. So for this number, for example, and I've already posted mine, but you see the check mark here? That is the check reference that the instructions talk about. So this is a debit to accounts receivable, 53,344, a debit to sales returns, 4,550, and a credit to the sales general ledger account, 53,344, and a credit to accounts receivable, 4,550. So that is what I wrote down. Let me go back to that. So those are those numbers wrote down. I just wrote them down, and you can do the same thing. Write them down as you're on the journal page. Then go to your ledger, general ledger, and then find those accounts and post. So here's that one. December 31, come from the sales journal, debit $53,344. There was also a credit to that same account for $4,550. And then you click that add button and then it will save it. You click the add button to save and to add a new line. Okay? And then you will do the same thing. Go back to the sales journal. So that takes care of this one and that one, okay, because they're both accounts receivable. It's just one was a debit and one was a credit. So now sales returns, that is a debit for $4,550. So go to the ledger, go to the general ledger, find the sales account. Here it is, and you're going to post. December 31, you can write credit sales or type credit sales, the journal, it came from the sales journal, and there's the total. The balance automatically gets updated, and then you hit the plus button to save it. Okay, and the next one was sales returns and allowances. December 31, from the sales journal, debit $4,550. Again, the balance gets automatically updated. You press the plus to get that entry to save. And then, you'll go back to your sales journal and you will click those checks, marks, letting you know that you have posted those. Okay? You're going to do that for every journal. Okay? The cash receipts journal, you'll do the same thing. This one does have an other column, so be careful. You're not posting this total to an account. You're posting $825 to this account and then $90,000 to that account. And I've posted that, and I keep clicking that check box. Let me see if it will save. Mine, I've done this a couple times and it hasn't saved it. Let me go back now to the cash receipts. Yeah, I've clicked that several times and it doesn't save, but you have to post that as well. So anytime you have an other column, you've got an account number here that you've got to post that amount for. Okay, so you would do the same thing. You're going to post this number as a debit to cash, this total here, $261.64, as a debit to sales discounts. You've got an account receivable total that you're going to post, $25,082. You've got $17,032 that you're going to have a credit post for sales, and so on. And let me show you my note sheet. Let me find it. Here it is. I have those numbers written down as well. So cash, you're going to debit that total. Sales discounts, you're going to debit that total. Accounts receivable is credit. Sales is a credit. And these are the other amounts. Those are the account numbers. You're going to credit those accounts for those totals. Okay. So after you do that, you'll click those check marks here for the totals and for the other amounts. Okay, so I'll show you one of these. Let's look at this. I think this is other miscellaneous revenue, $825. So ledger, general ledger, and it was this account, miscellaneous revenue, and we've got the date, the journal, it comes from cash receipts, credit $825. You click the plus and it saves. Okay, that's just one of the others. So that is step one. It's going to take you a little bit of time, but it's more tedious than anything. Hopefully my sheet here helps. I've got the sales journal, cash receipts journal, and the purchases journal. I will be uploading, let me see, what other journals do I have? Cash disbursements and payroll journal as well. it'll be found in the same location. Okay, so that's step one. This is this right here. You're just posting all those totals from the journal to the ledger. I'll be making separate videos for the remaining steps for the month-end procedures, but I hope this helps.